It's CT Sports Now, and a very special edition it is of our fabulous show. Welcome into the defensive portion, the defensive selection of the 85th Annual New Haven Register All-Star Team. I'm Mark Robbins, Noah Finns, of course, my partner, and Sean Patrick Boley from the New Haven Register, a very frequent and beloved guest here on CT Sports Now.
Well, we're really proud to partner with the New Haven Register and the great work that you guys do in putting together this team, and that we can present on television your team of the All-State. We already did the offense. This is the defense. A lot of work goes into this.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you're happy to do this. I sat in my desk at my house.
I said proud.
Yeah, oh, proud. Well, proud. All right, no, happy. But I know what you got. I didn't go to school for video editing, and I sat there and did 26 players, little clips of them, and by the end of it, I just wanted to I wanted to go into a coma for the next football season. We didn't get this team out until like mid-January last year, so I'm really glad you guys are getting involved to help us out.
Well,
get this up before Christmas.
We love it. Listen, we all had such a great time covering this high school football season. It was a terrific season, and we are going to start with the defensive line, and we'll work our way through. Again, we're presenting these in alphabetical order so that nobody thinks we're showing any preference to anybody. But there was a young man up at E.O. Smith, and if he didn't play in the far reaches of Connecticut, he may have gotten a lot more press. Rondell Bothroyd, a defensive lineman who was like a man among boys.
I, be perfectly honest, did not know anything about this young man until we sat down to do some of the coaches' all-state teams. And I had some coaches say, "You got it." He made the coaches all-state, not the top 20, but he made the first, made the class. I believe it was L. Watch this film, and you tell me. Once I heard from the winter coaches and some of the other CCC coaches, they said we couldn't block him.
Well, you'll see what we're talking about here. Number 40 in this video. By far my favorite is when he just rips the ball out of the kid's hand and he takes it back for a touchdown.
I love that. In fact, he went back and punted. I mean, you have a kid that good, you want to get him, and you want the ball in his hands at all times. Yes. He's a junior, so it's one of those picks where you're like, I don't even know if I'll be honest, I never heard of him. I checked out his film. I asked around. Again, like I said, the Windsor coach, Rob Flea, whose team went to the state championship game, said we could not block him. It was a close game, E.O. Smith and Windsor, and remember it was like 9-0 late into the game, and I think they pulled away late. But the reason why, Ronald Bothroyd.
Yeah, he's
just a couple doors down from the UConn football offices.
Listen, I'm no college recruiter, but I think that Coach Bob Diaco and his staff might be wise to take a look at this young man. He's
talk about being in your backyard.
Yeah, he's right there. He's getting some college looks. He's obviously a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
We're proud to have him, even as a junior, to make our all-state team.
Yeah, part of the powerful program that is the Darien Blue Wave. That's one of our next defensive linemen, Big Quinn Fay.
Yeah, this is one of those kids that you see him play football, you can just tell he loves the sport. He was, along with Andrew Stuber, who was the big rock, he was the speedster. He was the guy who made the big hit. He was the guy who came around the end and made a big play happen. He did it all season long, and he was a big reason why they had 8 sacks in the state championship game, because he had half the sacks. He had 4 of them.
Something that gets overlooked sometimes with defensive linemen is speed, and this kid's got it.
He's got a ton of speed coming off that edge. It's really hard for any normal, mild-mannered offensive lineman, even some of the best offensive linemen, to block him with that. 78 tackles, 16 sacks. He led the team. 15 hurries, 5 forced fumbles. You just go on and on. You're just like, okay, he's on the team.
He's on the team, as is Jack Kircher from New Canaan, number 73.
Yeah, he's another kid who was not on our radar when we started, but as the season progressed, as you saw what he was able to do as a defensive tackle and even a defensive end, you knew he had to be on it. He was a huge, huge kid, 6'5", and he was a big reason why that was one of the best defenses in the state as well. I love looking at these videos and go, yeah, he's on.
You're feeling good about your
picks.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, listen, we've seen them all throughout the year, but he made a very, very easy pick. 43 tackles, 5 sacks. The stats don't blow you up. You don't look at it, but you can see that he created a lot of double teams, a lot of guys, trying to figure out what are we going to do with Kircher, and that freed up other guys on the defense to do a lot of things.
When you have a defensive lineman who just takes an offensive lineman, throws him way back, pushes him aside, and then throws down the quarterback, you're on to something pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's a good-looking kid, and we're proud to have him as well.
Well, the defensive line in the FCIAC defensive linemen throughout the league, very, very talented. We continue to stay in that league with a bear of a player from Norwalk High, a powerful kid, James Maxton.
Yep. They call him Thor because he used to have long, glowing locks when he first got to Norwalk, but he's been a terror. He showed that he was just as good with with his arms instead of hammers. He was just a really great player on the defensive side for them. He helped Norwalk to a winning season last year. I think they were 8-3, or maybe like 6-5 or 7, whatever it was. But he was a great player for them for the last 3 years, and a guy who's going to Temple. So check him out.
Good. A lot of aggression. Play really hard,
Are you nasty?
Nasty, I like to play hard,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to do my thing on the field.
This is a guy, when you watch him play, he plays with so much passion. And a couple times in these highlights, we see him, and he's tapping his opponent's helmet after the play. He's you can tell he just loves football.
It's that Temple type of kid. I think they're getting exactly what they want.
They offered him early in the season. He committed actually on the first day of fall practice. And Norwalk didn't have a great season, but it wasn't really his fault. He did what he had to do, and he was great for them all season long. And we're another FCIAC player going to Temple. I know he wants to follow in the footsteps of one Tyler Matakevich from St. Joseph.
Good footsteps.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to present the New Haven Register All-State defensive backs and punters. Stick around. We'll be right back.